And welcome forward. It's Michelle here from Mickey Art, and today yesterday's experiment with just lots of like double Floetrol and single paint was a great trial. Didn't get the results I was after, and a couple of things I learnt from that. One, I needed a dark colour in there, so I'm upping to phthalo blue. And two, there was a lot of Floetrol. Get off. Sometimes it looks like a turd dropping in there, but anyway. So this jug here that you can see me using is the leftovers of the 2 parts Floetrol, 2 parts water, 1 part PVA that I was trialing with all that turquoise stuff and my pumpkins. So I'm going to use that in that same 2:1 ratio, and let's see what that creates. Might require a little bit of something going on here. It seems to have completely destroyed my paint. Now phthalo blue, once dry, is a very dark blue, but it's a very pretty blue. I really like it. So I'm going to let that stand and soak for a little bit while I do the others. I'm not going to make you watch this, but I am reusing the pots that I was using yesterday, so I'm hoping that's not going to affect the results in any way. But I'm going to keep the other 3 colours the same, and I'll be back once I've got them all mixed up to a good consistency. Alright, so these are all mixed up, and only the yellow needed extra medium, and I just used the straight medium that I'd used before, so I haven't added any extra water. It is just this 2 Floetrol, 1 PVA, 2 water mix. And you know, I mixed that mix up, oh, it must be nearly a week ago when I mixed that. So you can mix them and pour, mix the medium up and pour it later. That is totally doable. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, which is different to yesterday, I used quite a broad based cup yesterday, and I'm going to use a, although what was that, that's 120, this is a 250ml. Yeah, so I need a smaller vessel. Let me find that. Okay, so not only did I find a vessel, but I also found something to paint on. Harry Belafonte, whoop whoop, let's hear it for Harry. Bring it on. Jump down, spin around. Banana boat song. I don't think I know that one. Probably would know it if I heard it. Matilda, Mary's boy child. Crikey me. Anyway, I have got this all prepared with a bit of sellotape over the back and a coating of black over the label on this side. Although we had a couple of mishaps with this last batch. I'm not sure what I've been doing. And yes, it's a toilet roll. Dun, dun, da, la, 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 la. So I'm actually going to do, instead of pouring out of a jug, I'm going to do a lifty what's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing it right up the whoops today. Interesting choices. Okay. Well, it's not up the whoops. Different to what is normal. Oh yeah, that's me. Different to what is normal. That's my target. Alright, so I've got it on a big record this time because we had a lot too much paint last time for the little record, and I don't want to have that problem again. I'm gonna just tip this in pretty quickly right in the center. You guys can probably see that better than I can. Remind me to open that back up. We are losing it. Oh my god, look at those cells. Wonder if we can get it to go out the other side with this lot. Woohoo! Oops, bit of a mix of white in there. Not my target. Let's zoom you back out so I don't have to remember that later. Before I lift this off completely, I want to kind of cover up that white patch a bit, because it's a little bit too jarish. This is still leaking, guys. This is still unfurling its magnificence. And we've still got a run of white. Just taking it over to the side. Wow. Holy Toledo. That's got no silicone in it, guys. Absolutely none. Let me zoom you in so you can see what's going on. Check it out. That is just cool. We shouldn't have the big white smear in the middle, but I'm super happy with it. Let's cover up this big white wonky bit. That makes me happier. Wow. Just gonna let it sit and do its thing for a little bit. I'm liking this. I'm really, really liking this. While we're waiting, I'll just light my little torch. Pop any air bubbles, which there seems to be a number of. Wow. All right. Let's stretch this out. Gonna lose all that purple as I stretch, but hopefully I'm not gonna lose all this amazingness. Now, for those of you that have been mentioning in the comments about how long it takes my paint to travel, that's because of the consistency I normally paint with very thick paint compared to all the others. Wow, this is cool. So it hasn't quite gone all the way to the edge in some places, so I'm just going to work on that first. Very slow little angle. There she goes. So if you're wondering why I put tape across the back of the hole before I started, welcome to my channel, because I do that every time I use a record. But the reason for that is to block the hole off. You don't want all your paint running through that center. You want it to go out onto the edges and make funkiness. Wow, this is beautiful. It's so pretty. Don't have the giant cells that Gina and Julie got with theirs, but I do have something super beautiful. Now the target is to make sure that this is sitting nice and flat. So that is what I get to avoid with my thicker paints. I don't lose my paintings over the side. I don't have to worry too much about making sure they are flat because they don't move much. That's better, I like that better. It's just, wow, this is almost like what you get with resin. Wow, 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 wow. It's just captivating. I definitely like this one. Oh, happy, 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 happy. Okay, so next step, give it one more torch. I don't think anything's going to happen with it, but just a few little white dots. I'm wondering, with those white dots, with this paint being so liquid, can I just pick them up? Push them down even? Don't know. Oh, shaking hand. Not a fan. My hand's too shaky. Okay. I'm going to get you down and show you this because this is stunning. And I could sit and look at it all day, but I'll get you down and include you in that. Alright, where do I begin? Check out this. This is just the merging of the colours, the liquid colours merging beautifully. Just stunning. Oh, reflection. I hate reflection. Let's see if I can do it this way. Now this I really like. 1, 2, 3 little, and a fourth one, little swirls. Like ethereal creatures moving through the mist. Boop, boop, boop. Now, these are cells. Look at this one. That's just amazing. The cool thing with this phthalo blue is it is a transparent colour. That allows some of these beautiful creations to occur, whereas the white is very opaque or not see-through. Look at that, just so cute. That green, yummy. Lime green, lime yellow, lemon yellow, and phthalo blue equals yummy. Here we go. Write that down in my diary. Somebody buy me a diary to write it down on. Boop, boop, boop. That's weird. But I do like this strip of purple that winds its way up. Boom, 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 boom. Whee! And then we get that beautiful thing up there. Oh my goodness me. You could write all sorts of interesting things out of this piece of art, if that was what you did. Waxing lyrical. That looks like the sea and the ground disappearing down into the sea, and then the rolling hills on the top of the land. Oh yeah. Yeah, I do know. I know what it looks like to me, guys, and that's the cool thing. You know what it looks like to you, and I know what it looks like to me. Some would choose to have it in their homes, and some would not. And if you want to actually say that you don't like it, please say it in a way that's kinder than some of you have been choosing. Not my taste, and enjoyed watching the process. It's totally fine. I wouldn't have it in my house. Meh. Not quite so kind. Lesson in Kindness 101 from Michelle Edhouse. Alright guys, so there she is right now. Let's see what she looks like in a couple of days once she's dried. 3, 2, 1. Alright, here she blows. This, as I expected, it has dried a lot darker, and the yellows have turned to greens, which I'm pleased about. I'm not excited about the crazing that's occurred in this. Let me bring it up and show you what I mean. See how there's some very, very fine cracking in here. Not excited about that at all. I do really like this. I got some amazing shots of it digitally, but the end result of the actual painting I'm not excited about. If it was just in a couple of spots, I'd be, yay, okay, that's fine, I can cover over it, but it is in majority of the painting. Now, what I'm actually wondering is how much this has to do with the mix and how much this has to do with using the house paint as my underbase. I have had some crazing like this before, where the paints have mixed with the house paint and not liked each other very much. I do love this patch over here. Look at this. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. But then you get into that part which was pretty before, and it's pretty grotty now. So, I'm going to have a play with this, and I will record it, and it might become a video in the future. I will see whether or not what I do to play with it is useful. What I do see in this, and this is why I'm going to play with it, because I do really, really like this piece, is somebody in one of the comments on my Instagram when I posted this picture. If you're not following me on Instagram and you want to know what's coming in the videos, then jump over to Instagram and hunt for Mickey Art, all one word. Because as I paint them while they're still wet, that's when I'm posting on there, so you'll get a bit of a heads up as to what's coming. And somebody said, I'd really love to see a mermaid in there. And I totally agree, but I actually think she's already there. Let me show you. See if you can see her. Even my mum can see her, so that kind of tells me that she's reasonably obvious. So here's her hair. And her face is in behind these lily pads. And then her body comes down to her tail. She's sort of sitting on a ledge. And this, I'm not sure what this is, but her face line is just there. Can you see that? And there's her bum line. So she's already there, and I've always been asking for something really obvious like that I can highlight. I see some amazing work on the Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group where people have highlighted parts of a painting and made it into the dress and put a beautiful face on the top or something like that. And I've been, oh, what would it take for something like that to show up in my videos? And it has, and so it's time for me to have a play with that. And also there was something else somebody else suggested one time when I had cracking, was to rub some metallics into So I'm going to have a play with that, and that will be another video. And hey, it might, well, it might be another video if it works, and there's some techniques in there that I want to share with you. Otherwise, yeah, I really like the extra runniness. It created some interesting stuff. And I'm not so sure. I think I might stick to my normal mix. Anyway, that's this video all done. I'm so grateful that you came to play. And I just wanted one other thing to show you. When you put it on the light, you can actually see some little bits in underneath the paint, and that's where we had the swirls happening in that looked like the three kings and the stars, taking them on Christmas Eve. But anyway, that's it, guys. So if you want to come join us on Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group, please do. If you have hints and tips and suggestions on how I could contribute to this piece being stunning, I'd love to hear them in the comments. And if you have recipes that you've used for mixing really runny paint and it not cracking, let me know also in the comments. So I adore you all. Thank you for playing. And what else is possible now? What else can we create? How much more fun can we have? I adore you. Bye bye.